So here we are. This is my Golf Williams livery for the F123 mod and leading into the F123 mod career that's coming up next week. Speaking of that series, you can now vote for who you want me to drive as on the community channel. I'll try and remember to leave a link to there in the comments below. But yes, I've gone with the light blue and the dark blue. I've kept the dark blue to show Williams. I think the match between those two looks fantastic, and then obviously the touch of orange, obviously McLaren orange as well. So it's obviously to stand out between the Williams and the McLaren's car. But I think it absolutely looks very nice. And if Williams or Golf are watching, get this livery out instead of the one that you've actually created for this year. No, this would be a smashing livery, just have it all season. Now, the other thing I've done is to add some sponsors to the Red Bull blank canvas livery, and considering the fact that Red Bull have been copying and pasting their liveries since they got rid of that iconic Sebastian Vettel era livery, the 3 stripes and the purple, I think it's something a bit different, something we're not staring at the same livery for years and years and years. So Red Bull, hope you're taking notes. This is hopefully they're coming up with something for Miami as well. So hopefully they'll see that's actually a better livery and decide to stick with it for the rest of the season. Fingers crossed. So here we are, Williams home race then at Silverstone for a 25% race as well. Silverstone a good track for me, so I'm hoping that we can get being handed a good starting position, and then we can make some good positions up the grid. Except we've been handed last place by the game, which is where Williams, if pace is to believe, might be in real life this coming season. So just because we're in last, we're going to start on the mediums, end on the softs, and hopefully it gives us some points maybe. Vibrant lights, and away we go for the British Grand Prix, and it's a terrible start from last place on the grid. The mediums not giving us the start that we wanted, but then of course that's F122 for you. Through out of turn 1 as we go round, try and get the Aston Martin. Sargent's had a bit of an iffy start. We're going to dive on the inside of him and another Aston Martin. Round the outside of him, I think that's also Piastri. Norris in the McLaren as well. Can we get Norris to squeeze him to the inside? Yes, we can. It's a good start up to P16 as well. Meanwhile, up the road we've got I think that's Tsunoda and Zhou scribbling, and Zhou is had a bit of a moment there, as we've got Norris trying to come back at us into sector turn 1, but we're able to squeeze him out. I've forgotten how terrible this Williams is, and it's got no brakes, so we're just going to dive down the inside of both Zhou and Tsunoda and get up to P14. Can't be sitting behind them. Well, I wanted to get, the target was to get Zhou there, as someone's lost the front wing in the background. Didn't really want to get Tsunoda, but we got Tsunoda anyway, and Zhou gets Tsunoda as well, although Tsunoda comes back at Zhou to get him there. As Sargent's been off circuit, and Stroll has lost his front wing and going into the back of him. So all going well there. Well, up the road we've got Gasly versus Piastri. Might we see this fight in real life later this season? We'll have to wait and see. But Gasly comes out on top, and Piastri's going a bit slowly. The McLaren, just like last year, not delivering what as we have to defend Tsunoda harshly there because of their OP slipstream out of that corner as well. And Piastri's now battling with Magnussen in the Haas. So side by side through into Maggots and Beckett's, and Piastri is able to defend the position for now. But how much longer can he keep that Haas behind? As well, we've got Tsunoda and Norris behind us. We're going to just get this slipstream there as we jump to lap 4. We have got DRS. There's contact with Tsunoda. So we tried to squeeze him to the outside there, but yes, but everyone's come in to make their stop, which has given us a breather. I can't do that corner. This car, as I said, is terrible. I mean, it's the worst performing car in F122, and I forgot how bad it actually was. Because obviously in Drive Crew Mode we're able to have upgrades and make sure that it's not a plank of wood in a corner. So control. But pit stop here. We're going to a lap early as well. Because I just didn't want to try and make the most of these soft tyres. Mediums are starting to go off as well, 30% worn already. 2.4 seconds stop, not bad. Norris there behind us. There's a whole gaggle of cars going through. So we haven't gained any positions by overcutting them. Unfortunately, we've actually lost a bit of time to Piastri there. We haven't lost any positions either as we come out in P14. Next up, however, we are going to have DRS on Piastri on the end of lap 8. Can't get close enough out of Magnus, making a bit wide there. Can we fancy a dive on the penultimate corner? Yes, we can. Down the inside, textbook manoeuvre, that to P13 as well. Not a great position, but you know, closer to the point as well. Dive down the inside, as I say. Piastri left the door open, and really, I mean, if that McLaren is acting like in today's episode like it is in real life, potentially looks like in real life, then it could be a miserable season for McLaren. Bottas, his engine has decided it doesn't want to take it apart anymore, and he's out the race as well. As up ahead, we've got the two Haas cars of Hulkenberg versus Magnussen. And I don't think Gunther Steiner will be very happy about these two battling out. Hulkenberg's on the hard tyres. I mean, they're still going side by side. They enter Magnussen, Beckett's. Oh, there's contact. There's Magnussen's front wing. Hulkenberg gets the better of Magnussen. And I'm sure Gunther is absolutely fuming. The only advantage for Hulkenberg is my soft tyres at that point decided to disintegrate and go off completely, and as a result had no chance of getting past him as Piastri tries to come back to us on the final lap. We're just going to force him out there and make sure that we keep what is unfortunately P11, but 9 places gained. Not bad, not bad. In the car that is a plank of wood. So we come across the line then for P11 in the Golf livery Williams car. Well, Verstappen comfortably winning ahead of Mercedes, Perez, Russell, Leclerc and Sainz there as well. So yes, that's where I'm going to leave for today's episode. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel and you see plenty more F123 mod episodes. The career mode will be out next Friday. Next Thursday we'll be driving the pink Alpine livery as well. So until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your day and goodbye.